Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Project Ozone 3 Kappa mode. Oh yeah, guys. So I wanted to start off today by looking at the Astral Tome. Yep, we've been wanting to increase our health a little bit, and in fact, we have one additional heart right now. But one of the things we wanted to do earlier was to get the anti-bone so we could get the Tinker's Construct health container things. Is it Tinker's Construct? It used to be. I don't know if it is anymore. Anyway, regardless, if we go to perks, since we have infused ourselves with the Avitus constellation, it gave us +2 maximum life. So that's why we have this extra orange heart here. As we've been placing blocks, that's what levels this up, placing blocks. And I think there might be something else, I'm not sure. But we are gaining experience here, and we have gained 12 points of experience. And we can spend those on additional perks. So for instance, right here, increase maximum life, 5% increase. If I click this, you can see right now, we now have an additional heart. If I click this one, we got an additional half heart. Not quite as much, but you know, it is 5%. And then we can do this one, Bloom, 15% maximum life. So we still have 9 points available, and now we are up to +4 orange hearts, which is really cool. Now from here, we can go a couple different paths. If we want effectiveness of perks, we can go this way. If we want to get more effectiveness and like start doing some mining, or I guess melee damage, or we can do dodge chance. Like, there's a few things that we can do. I'm really just kind of interested in the maximum life, and really where I'd like to go is over here, cleansing. Regenerating life may remove a negative status effect. Now that is really good for if we have to do a lot of blood magic, like we do the incense thing, right? Which kind of wipes our entire health bar, and it gives us that fray status effect. And as we regen our health back, this has a chance of wiping out fray, so we can do it over again really quickly, right? So this is kind of where I want to go. And this has like extra health recovery and increased maximum life down this path. More maximum life here, maximum life. This one, yeah, I think we're going to try and work our way down there. So there's mining speed here. I kind of want to figure out the actual path that I want to take. Maximum life. So this one's maximum life, maximum life, maximum life. So we might go this path, then over here, effectiveness of perks, and then straight down this way. I think that's the way we're going to go. So let's grab this one. Oh, I have to grab this one first, actually. Let's grab this one. Then this one. Oh, I gotta wait for the animation to finish, I guess. And then we'll grab 4% +2, 3% effectiveness, where you got 4 points remaining. So 2% increase maximum life, 12% increase recovery. Grab this one as well, and cleansing. Cool. So we had exactly enough for that. We have another 4% maximum life right here that we can get, another 4%, and then a 5%. So 3 more points we can put into these perks, which would be really good. So now we're up to 18 hearts, which is really fantastic. That's a lot better than we were before. I like it. And we can get even more additional life from Astral Sorcery. I don't know what I haven't gone through the entire bonus tree before. Maybe you can only get up to 10 hearts or something, but it says it's a percentage. So I wonder if we do add in the bobbly hearts later on, if that, you know, stacks on that, or if that's just, you know, the percent based on your base health. I don't know. Anyway, so last episode we ended up doing the Amadron, and we called in drones that brought us the, oh, what was it? The thing so we could do the stuff. Let's get over here. Okay, I forgot. Oh, yeah, that's right. It was a part for the light box. That's what it is. This guy right here, the PCB Blueprint, and we need that in order to make the UV light box. So this is our first task for today. We need to get into this. So we're going to take our PCB Blueprint, and we're going to grab a tube. We have 1 remaining. We need some pressurized or compressed steel, compressed iron. And we also need to get ourselves some redstone lamps, wasn't it? I guess we should do UV light box so I can have that right here. Yeah, redstone lamp. So that is glowstone and just redstone. Just making sure the recipe was not changed on us. So glowstone plus this redstone and some of that, and then we should be able to do this. Boom. UV light box. Sweet. Okay, so now that we have this, similar to the charger that we hooked up last time, which has 3.6 bar in it, we need to get this thing hooked up. Yeah, so that just requires a little bit of pressure in here. And then when we put a PCB in, it should increase the chance that it will be etched properly, I think is how that works. Okay, well, we need to get these empty PCBs. And I know we're probably going to need more than one. So I'm probably going to look at making 10 of these things. We just throw the items into the pressure chamber and it does its thing. We've seen this before. Let me go ahead and make those and we will be right back. All right, so there's all the different items in there, and we got our PCBs, which is awesome. I don't believe these things, oh, I was gonna say, I don't believe they stack, but they do stack. Awesome. Okay, so there is 16 empty PCBs. I made the advancement, doesn't do much by itself. Okay, so we have to put these things into the pressure UV light box thing, and then the durability goes up to 100. I don't know if we can speed this up. This is still making pressure over here. It might be worth making the speed upgrades. Let's take a look at this. If we do pneumatic craft speed upgrade, that'll make the compressor do stuff faster, make stuff faster. We need lubricant, and if we wanted to make lubricant just out of curiosity, thermopneumatic processing plant diesel plus redstone makes lube. Is there another way we could? Looks like we can get it from the Amazon, possibly, if that's recipes available. Distillation tower, oil turns into gasoline, diesel, and lube if we do that through immersive petroleum, I think is the mod. The magnetic craft refinery makes lubricant. So there are some options to do it. Do we have lubricant? This is diesel, kerosene, fuel, and LPG. So getting it through the refinery is not, we'd have to like build an entirely new machine if we wanted to do that. Let's take a look at the Amazon thing. Is lubricant an option to buy? I don't see it here. I think... oh no, it is here. I just missed it. Okay, so we need to give this thing a tank if we were to do that. So we can get a bucket of lubricant for every 5 emeralds. I guess the next thing we should find out is how many emeralds we have. Emerald 35. Are we getting emeralds downstairs from our mob farm? I know we're getting diamonds and stuff. Do we have emerald down here? I'm looking right here. 25 stacks. Oh boy, we're getting all of the lubricant. All right, let's go back up here. We need to get ourselves something to store that in. Do we have a drum, a tank? We have a tank that has sap in it. Yeah, that's not what we're looking for. Okay, well, I think I will go ahead and make... Can we make another Gargantuan Drum? Are we using... Yeah, you know what? The Gargantuan drums really aren't that expensive. Or we could even just make like an iron drum. Actually, let's take a look real quick. Iron drum. These hold how much? It doesn't say. I think it's like 16 or 32 buckets or something. I think that's probably going to be more than enough. Let me just go ahead and make one of those real quick. So that was a bunch of iron, which we have. So it was a cauldron plus, I think, 2 pressure plates. Let me double check. Yeah, 2 pressure plates and that. Cool. All right, so we'll call this our fluid storage. Place that right here. So we can do a shift right click onto that. And now if we search for lubricant, it still shows red. I don't know if it's staying red because it doesn't see the emeralds in there. No. Oh, I mean, I guess that must be what it was. We didn't have enough to buy it before. Let's do 16 for 5 emeralds each. I am good with that. Place that order. So we should get some more drones coming here that will fill up our drum. All right, so they are taking the emerald. And then we should get another one that's going to fill up our drum here full of that lubricant, which should allow us to make the speed upgrades to hopefully make the pneumatic stuff go faster. Now, it is true, we could use our tick acceleration from Astral Sorcery to make things faster, but I think it's better just overall. So, oh, this holds 256 buckets. Oh, we should probably grab more. I think it's better overall that we just speed it up the natural way. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and order like a bunch more. We did 60, let's do 48. We have all the emeralds, that doesn't matter. So that'll get us a full 64 buckets of lubricant, which should allow us to make a full stack of those things. Now, you can only put so many in each machine, but for instance, these things, the pressure chamber interface goes really slow. It would benefit from having speed upgrades. Same thing for this one on the other side, the export. Yep, that would go faster. Our charging station would go faster. Our UV light box would go faster. I think it just makes sense. All right, so if we want to do these speed upgrades, well, I guess we can't use the shift click method because it doesn't see that we have these buckets, even though we do. So we'll do this, 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 this. We'll put this guy right here and just shift click these all in there. Okay, so now all 64 buckets are in this reservoir, and then we can shift click a full stack of these, which is great. Now, I'm curious, when we do that, it says we have 0 in here, but it's going to make one that has 59. If I take this out, okay. I was hoping we could be cheaty, not so much. I made the advancement, don't feel like waiting. Okay, so there's actually a quest for us to do this anyway. I didn't realize that. I was just going to do this because it just makes more sense to do it. So we'll put another one in here, and that goes really slow. So let's speed up our compressor a bit. I'm gonna put in 1, 2. I want to put these in until I see like this thing moving around. Although I guess the pressure isn't really moving much. All right, let's put them over here. So this should be drawing more pressure a little bit faster. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Like when it uses a piece of coal, like how fast it does that. I guess we could probably put in a few more. All right, and if we come over here, we put in a few more. Yeah, that seems pretty good. We might be able to put in like 10 of those. That way, like, it just goes really fast. Every time it uses a piece of coal, it just does it really fast. I don't think that has any negative effect. Like, I think it still makes the same amount of pressure every time. Okay. Well, I think we're fine there. The only thing we can do at this point is just add in more speed upgrades over on this side. So let's put in like, I don't know, 13. Let's see what happens over here if we do that. It's going to be using pressure a lot faster. So it should be going through the coal a lot faster. But I think everything should be okay. It looks like we're doing pretty good. I like it. I like it. Okay. And this is done now. So these go really, really fast at this point. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let me go ahead and finish up all of these real quick, and then we will be right back. All right, guys. So, yeah, I was putting in more than 10 of these speed upgrades. I thought it was only 10. And if you click here on the upgrades button, it does say, if we scroll down here, speed upgrade max 10. Yeah, so you can only put in 10. You can put in 54 if you want to, but it's only going to be affected by the first 10 of them. So, yeah, there's no point putting in more than 10. Same thing for the UV light box. You click the upgrades, you scroll down, max 10. I'm pretty sure anything you put the speed upgrades in, you can only put in up to 10 of them. I haven't actually looked at this one, but it feels like, well, this doesn't even say you can put in those upgrades. I'm sure you can, though. I'm not sure why I didn't see. Oh, actually, oh, I'm not clicked on the thing. This one, haha. Yeah, speed upgrade 10. Okay. Let me do one of these numbers. So we'll put the upgrades into this thing that uses a bit more pressure, I think, to open and close the pressure chamber interface, but like it does it so much faster. It's absolutely worth it. Now I'll put that over here as well. Okay, so the next step is, now that we have the empty PCBs, all 16 of these things, we need to put it into the etching acid. If we look at the uses for this, yeah, etching acid. So you put it into a pool of water, similar like you do the applied Energistics pure crystals, or I guess the seeds or whatever. I guess we'll just put this up against the corner over here. This is something that's going to be temporary, and we won't have to do this in the future. But like our first ones, we do have to do this. I think I have my magnet on, so I'm just going to get up higher here and just drop them right in. There we go. Okay. So, yep, that's got to just sit in the acid for a while. Actually, let me make sure. Does my magnet pick them up or not? It does. Okay, yeah, I got to be careful about that. So that's got to sit in the acid. It said 5 minutes. Yeah, okay. So we're just going to have to let it sit in there and bubble for 5 minutes. That should turn them into the empty PCBs, or I guess the unassembled PCBs, right? And then from here, we combine them with transistors and capacitors, and we get the printed circuit board. And once we have that, we can make our first Emmy controller and then start looking at getting into applied energistics. Now, again, I haven't looked at any of the other stuff here, but getting the Emmy controller, that seems like a pretty important first step. And we won't have to worry about getting a whole bunch of these things just yet. We should be able to get a whole bunch of channels just off the one controller, which should last us for a little bit of time if we start using P2Ps and things like that. But anyway, let's wait for this to finish up, and we'll be back, guys. Okay, so the etching process is done. I'm going to go ahead and grab these. And I think at this point, we don't need the etching acid anymore since I've made 16 of these. That should get us by for quite some time. The hard part with these is going to be making more of these capacitors, because if you remember, it does require the melodic capacitor, which requires the alloys and these crystalline capacitors, which you can go either way, the Energized or the octatic. I believe it's the same amount of crafting recipes in order to make this stuff. It's just kind of a pain to do. But anyway, our quest right now to make the Emmy controller, we need to do this and that. So now we have 2 printed circuit boards. Okay. We also need, I don't have any of this stuff on me. Dense, this guy. We needed the reinforced, which we made, yep. We needed the crystal. We have those. We also needed the processor. Oh, did we not make the processor yet? Maybe we didn't, because that was like super easy to do. And then sky, stone, one of those. Cool. So we have essentially everything to do this. We are just missing that processor. So that requires us to have the engineering press. So we need a silicon press and the engineering press, and then we're going to need a diamond, redstone, and silicon. Diamond, redstone, silicon. Cool. I do believe I moved all of the applied energistic stuff that we had just over here. Okay, so if we wanted to do that, that is the silicon press plus one of those, and that's done. Engineering press plus this thing, that's done. And then all 3 of those together, and that's done. Easy. Cool. So we have that completed now, and we can make ourselves our Emmy controller. Oh, baby. There it is. Emmy controller quest complete. Okay, so now that that quest is complete, I haven't even looked at these quests here. Oh, we got some things, some rewards to collect. So we got grains of infinity seeds. All right, we'll collect that one. We have a whole bunch of these different capacitors I haven't collected, and the crystalline alloy. We'll collect that. We also have a whole bunch of the pneumatic craft stuff, a whole lot of it. Let's claim all of that. Very good. And under the row, we have the Emmy Control. I guess that's the only thing that we have done. We are going to have to look at making this Emmy Drive, though. 10 slots for drives, but it takes a full block space. Okay, so no special information about it. So if we look at, it was right there, yeah. If we look at the Emmy Drive, we can see that it costs 2 more engineering processors, which is fine. A Z-Logic, which I don't think there's anything special about that we can't do. I believe we already have the slice and splice, right? I feel like we did that a couple episodes ago. Yeah, right there. We also need the dark bimetal gears. So dark steel plus tungsten on the vibrant. Yeah, we've seen this before. That's not a huge issue. The advanced control circuits, do require us to have more enriched alloys and the basic control circuit. The basic control circuit requires a transistor, which is not hard, but the enriched alloys, as we've seen before, do require those capacitors. And we just looked at this recipe tree a minute ago, the melodic capacitor. Yeah, okay. Well, I need to get myself 2 more enriched alloys, and then, oh no, I'm sorry, 4 more of those, so we can make 2 of these things, and then everything should be good for Emmy Drive. And then while we're at it, let's take a look at the ME crafting terminal. This thing. That requires a transistor, so that's the easy recipe, plus an ME terminal, annihilation core, nothing really special there, formation core, nothing really special here, and the illuminated panel, that's all easy. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get some stuff crafting. It's gonna be a little bit of time, and we'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, so we are now ready to make ourselves our ME Drive. Let's go ahead and do that. I think we should get a quest complete for this, and if not, yeah, okay. I was gonna say, if not, there's something wrong, because that takes a little bit of time to do. Annihilation core. So we need Redstone Alloy Fluix Dust. Okay, so Redstone Alloy we don't have, but let's go ahead and start crafting this stuff up. We're gonna need a little bit of this stuff. So back to this, that. So the Redstone Alloy is made with graphite, silicon, and red alloy. And we got a little bit of graphite left. Let's just make like 8 of these, I guess. And then silicon, I went ahead and made the Applied Energistics. I wasn't sure if that was the AE version or the Ender IO version. I made the Applied Energistics version just to smelt down some of the quartz dust that we have collected over time. Yep, that's all you gotta do. So just throw those into here. Okay, very good. So we have these guys. I think that was like the only thing that we really needed to craft still. So moving back over here. So we want this, and this. So we want one of each of these. So Fluix, logic processors, and quartz. Okay, we have the logic processors all ready to go. And then Fluix. We are gonna need to turn these into dust. I assume actually I should probably just look instead of assuming. Yeah, okay, we need 4 of those. So back over to this guy, we'll throw those into here, and there is the 4 of these guys. All right, I think that's pretty much all we need to do. Guys, we are so close to being able to have like all of our storage in one place. It is so good. I am very looking forward to this. All right, so Certus, we need to unblockify a block of that. So formation core and then annihilation core. Boom, there is both of those guys, dual cores. All right, so back to this. We need to do the illuminated panel. So there's that, and then we can turn that. Actually, let me just make sure there isn't a quest. I'll get out of the crafting thing for a second. Okay, I think we're fine. One of these, so there's an Emmy terminal. Is there a quest for this one? Should probably actually go to the quest section. This one. Is there any quest for these terminals? I don't want to like just jump past them and miss a quest or something. No, it doesn't look like really any of the terminals except for the wireless ones have any quest. Oh no, Emmy crafting terminal. Okay, so we can craft the crafting terminal as soon as we put a crafting table in our inventory. And there we go. Okay, so Emmy crafting terminal. There's a quest complete. All of the quest completes. Okay, so that one's done and that's done. So we now, if we take stock what we have an Emmy Controller, we have an Emmy Drive, and then we have a crafting terminal. Guys, we have almost all of the pieces together right now in order to get into Applied Energistics. This is so good. So what we are missing right now is some more Emmy glass cable. Well, we really only technically need one. And then we're gonna need the storage drives, Emmy Drive, what are they called? 1K storage cell. That's what we're looking for. So I'm gonna go ahead and craft up like 10 of these so we can completely fill a drive. If we wanted to make these 4K, just out of curiosity, oh, those require these capacitors. Okay, so we're gonna be doing 1K drives for quite some time, guys. So that's Certus and Redstone. very inexpensive. Plus this stuff, you know what? We already have these processors made. I didn't think we are going to be able to do this like right now. Certus. We can do the pure Certus. And what was the other thing? Redstone? Boom. Let's do it. So let's make these guys. I wanted to make more than just one. Do that, and that. Okay, so there is 10 of them. Awesome. So we have the storage components. Now we got to craft them with this, so redstone, iron, and quartz glass. Redstone, iron. I guess I have iron on me. Is that enough? Maybe that's enough. Do I got 10 inventory spots on me for this? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exactly 10. Let's do it. Awesome. Okay, so now we have pretty much everything to start into digital storage. The problem is I want the digital storage crafting table in this area, and we don't have power over here. All of our power exists here. We do have this thing that can send wireless power, and I also don't know how much power the controller consumes. I know that it's configurable, and it might be really high in this pack, or it might be really cheap in this pack. Let's do Spectre power. I think this is probably going to be our best bet here. So we're going to want this thing. This will pull power from our Spectre network. And then we can upgrade that later. So we can just make the cheapest one. If that's not good enough, then we can upgrade it. So we are going to need Spectre ingots, some obsidian, some of the Spectre string. That's all pretty easy. We have the string already. I need inventory space. Let me grab a chest real quick. Just throw one on the ground. And I guess I will throw that on the ground. We're going to put this stuff away so I have inventory to actually craft some stuff. Okay, so now that that's done, we no longer need that bookmarked anymore. We want this guy. So we needed the Spectre ingot, which is a palace, mana, and ectoplasm. I am going to convert the palace into a block, and we're going to make a big old block of stuff since it's cheaper overall, and we're probably going to need more than one anyway. All right, so that is a mana infused. And then we needed ecto. I think it was just 7 of those. Okay, so now if we come over here, this one. So there is 9 of those ingots. And then we need obsidian plus glass. I don't know if it had to be cyan. Maybe it has to be cyan. We'll have to look at that. And then I think it was 5 obsidian. Oh, we're missing the string. And there it is. Cool. All right, so we now have ourselves our first Spectre coil. That is our first little bit of wireless power. So we can place this guy here for now. This is not its permanent location, but we can do, is that what I want to do? Probably not. Actually, let's do it this way, just to get us going. We'll put the controller on the bottom, the drive in front, and then one of these plus that. Okay, so this is what we want. Now I can put the drives in here. Very good. And if we take this coil and we put it right here, now we should get power. And guys, we have applied Energistics digital storage. This is fantastic. So I can start dumping everything in our storage crates into here. Yes, this is going to be really, really good. So I emptied out everything in this shelf over here. Everything is completely gone. And then I started emptying out everything in this shelf. And I was like, oh, we got room for everything, until I got to like this last tab. And no, we still got like some things that won't fit in there. Not a whole lot of stuff, but enough. So I decided that I would start. We were running out of types. Like each one of these discs can only hold 63 unique items, right? So I was going through and was like, okay, well, we don't need like copper and compressed copper. We don't need aluminum and compressed aluminum, things like that. So I started unblockifying a lot of things and going through and finding some things that didn't need to be in here anymore. And unfortunately, yeah, I'm still not able to clear up enough space. Like I'm sure there's a few things I could probably toss out that we don't actually need, but the real fix is us just make another Emmy Drive and double the amount of storage that we have available. That's really what we need to do. So we can't take this storage shelf down just yet, but this one, we can go ahead and piece this one out. Yep, we don't need this guy anymore. Goodbye. Huh. Okay, so that feels pretty good being able to do that. And I guess that is going to make us have more storage space that we're going to need over here. But that, again, that is fine. I'm feeling pretty good about this. Like, we got most of our storage in here, and this is so good. So now we can search for iron and know that we have 30 iron ingots. We don't have to worry about, do we have iron over here, or if we needed gunpowder. Oh, I should probably set this thing. We want this, which one? We want standard auto keep. Yeah, that way when I right click into here, it's automatically ready for me to search for copper or whatever I want to search for. I don't have to actually move my mouse up here and click into it, and it retains the last thing I searched for. Okay, well, yep, I think we're doing pretty good here. We have digital storage started. Again, we do need to make another Emmy Drive right now at the very start with 10 more of these 1K. Well, we don't necessarily need 10 more of them, but they're cheap enough that we're just going to go ahead and do 10 more of those so we can double the amount of storage and not really have to worry about storage space. Guys, this took us a little bit of time to get to the applied Energistics system, but it is so good. And then once we get this thing established and get the digital storage part of it figured out, that's real good. But this will allow us to start doing some auto crafting and just overall our regular crafting so much faster. We just dump all of our items in there, and then we don't have to figure out where anything is. As long as we have the items, we can shift click it. Really good. But anyway, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.